Hello friends, my name is Ryan. I'm going to tell you a story named The Lindbergh Baby Kidnapping, America's first crime of the century, which is a very amazing story full of twists. So, let's start. It was a cold night on March 1st, 1932. The wind howled through the trees outside the Lindbergh estate in Hopewell, New Jersey. Inside the house, a warm glow filled the nursery where 20-month-old Charles Augustus Lindbergh Jr., the beloved son of aviator Charles Lindbergh, Anne and Morrow Lindbergh, lay in his crib, wrapped in a soft blanket. The child's gentle breathing was the only sound in the dimly lit room. No one inside the grand estate had any idea that their lives were about to be turned upside down. The night carried an eerie silence, one that would soon be shattered by an event that would shock the entire nation. Around 9 p.m., the household settled into their evening routines. Anne was reading a book by the fireplace while Charles Lindbergh, the celebrated hero who had flown solo across the Atlantic, went to his study. Betty Goo, the child's nurse, checked on the baby and found him sleeping peacefully. Everything seemed normal. Until it wasn't. At approximately 10 p.m., a chilling discovery was made. Betty returned to the nursery for a final check, but when she peeked into the crib, her heart stopped. The blankets were ruffled. The crib was empty. Panic surged through her as she ran to Charles and Anne. "The baby is gone," she screamed. Within minutes, Charles Lindbergh rushed into the room, his pulse racing. His sharp eyes darted around. Then he noticed something, a white envelope on the window sill. He grabbed it with trembling hands, but didn't open it just yet. Instead, he rushed to search the house. Servants and Betty, all of them called out for the baby, hoping he had somehow wandered off. But deep down, Charles knew the truth. Someone had taken him. He ripped open the letter, his hands shaking. The words inside were crudely written, filled with misspellings. "Dear Sir, have $50,000 ready, $25,000 in $20, $15,000 in $10, and $10,000 in $5. After 2 to 4 days, we will inform you where to deliver money. We warn you for making anything public or for notify the police the child is in gut care. Kidnapped." The thought made Charles's head spin. Who could have done this? He immediately called the police. Within hours, officers swarmed the estate, searching for clues. Near the window, they found a makeshift wooden ladder abandoned on the damp ground. It was crudely built, but strong enough to hold a man's weight. Reporters caught wind of the incident, and by morning, headlines across the country screamed of the crime. Lindbergh baby kidnapped. America was in shock. How could anyone dare to snatch the child of one of the country's most beloved figures? Over the next few days, ransom notes continued arriving. Each one demanded more money, raising the stakes. The Lindberghs followed the instructions, hoping to get their son back safely. Desperation grew. A man named Dr. John Condon, a well-known Bronx schoolteacher, offered to act as an intermediary. Through a secret newspaper ad, he made contact with the kidnappers, arranging a meeting in a dark cemetery. On a cold night, Condon met with a man who called himself the John. He spoke with a thick German accent and insisted they had the child. Condon handed over a bundle of cash, and in return, John gave him a note with the supposed location of the baby. The Lindberghs rushed to the site, their hearts pounding with hope. But when they arrived, there was no baby. Only another letter. Another demand. Weeks turned into months. Investigators followed every lead. Then, on May 12, 1932, a truck driver in the woods near Hopewell made a horrifying discovery, a small body, partially buried and decomposing. The baby was gone. The nation wept. The Lindberghs were devastated. But one question remained: who had done this? For 2 years, the case remained unsolved. Then, a breakthrough. In 1934, a gas station attendant took a $10 bill with a serial number matching the ransom money. The police traced it to a man named Bruno Richard Hauptmann, a German immigrant and carpenter. They searched his home and found more of the ransom money hidden in his garage. The evidence mounted, handwriting samples matched the ransom notes. Witnesses placed him near the crime scene. He denied everything, but the trial was swift. In 1935, he was sentenced to death. On April 3, 1936, he was executed in the electric chair at Trenton State Prison. Justice was served. Or was it? To this day, some believe Hauptmann was innocent. They argue that others were involved, that he was framed. The truth may never be fully known. But one thing is certain, the Lindbergh baby's kidnapping remains one of the most haunting crimes in American history. And that, my friends, is the chilling tale of America's first crime of the century. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling tales. Stay tuned for more mysteries that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Until next time, good night and take care.